Hey sports fans, this is straight from the basement with OMMY. I'm a sports fan who always said, if I never played a sport professionally, then I want to talk about it. I'm born and raised in New York City. Played organized basketball for several well-known teams in the mid-'70s and the early '80s, such as the legendary Home Cold Rucker Tournament, Melbank, Stone Gym and Riverside Church, LaGuardia House, and my all-time favorite, Each One Teach One. Having sports in my life at an early age always kept me out of trouble. If I wasn't playing basketball, I was either playing football or baseball. Hey sports fans, this is straight from the basement with OMMY, where my opinions, views, and facts will cover the hottest, the latest, and the past sports events. Welcome once again. I want to continue to thank everyone who has liked and subscribed to my podcast. And if this is the first time you're viewing it, please do the same. Now, as always, before I even get into today's topic, I got one hot topic to talk about. I'm talking about Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook wants rings if Lakers win championships. Listen. Every time I read that headline, I chuckle. I got to laugh just a little. Now, when I first read the headlines, I said these two are bugging. They are pissed off and they are bugging because they didn't expect the Lakers to get this far, and both of them are out the playoffs. So they are bugging right now. But then I said, let me read the article. And when I read the article, I started to think. I said, well, what about the players from the past and the players from the present who contribution helped those teams have a great first half? And I said, let me entertain this a little bit more. I said, those players got traded for various reasons, just like Russell and Beverly got traded for various reasons, right? And then I said, listen, if the teams they on were in the first or second seed and they got traded, and then that team went all the way and they made a great contribution to that first half of the season, I said, you know what? Maybe. But then I said, hold up, wake up. Beverly and Russell, they cannot ask for no damn ring. The Lakers wasn't even in the play-in when they got traded. They was 13 seed. So those cats are bugging, hard up for a chip, period. So let me get started with the day's topic. Enough of those two. Top 10 greatest NBA dunkers of all time. I got to say it again because when I say it, it takes me back to my childhood days. Top 10 greatest NBA dunkers of all time. Now, I've been holding this show since last year, and I thought it was time to bring it out for two reasons. Number one, we in the playoffs. We in the semifinals right now, right? But the main reason I had to do this show now, because I said, you know what? I'm not seeing a high volume of posterized dunks in these playoffs. Yes, I saw Andrew Wiggins, the cockback dunk on AD in Game 3. Yeah, that was vicious. And then we had LeBron James, the reverse dunk on those young Grizzlies. Then Ja Morant over the top dunk on LeBron. Yes, we had some highlights, but it wasn't really it's not enough. It wasn't enough. It's still not enough. Everybody right now who's getting a little dunk here and there is throwing those little alley-oops. And the ADs in them, they flushing it, because the opponent center is sleeping, so he ain't seeing where he's at. Other than that, we not really getting no posterized dunks when you see the highlights, Okay? So I said, listen, I got to bring this show out now. I got to bring it out now. I said, whatever the reason is, it's time for this topic. Now, I got one reason I'm believing why we are not seeing the posterized dunks on a high volume, and that's because most teams are playing zone. So that's eliminating a lot of the free lanes to go and cock it on somebody. That's just my belief. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the reason is, like I said just a few minutes ago, it is time for this topic because dunking is one of the most exciting aspects of basketball, period. So, basketball lovers, talking to you guys right now, I'm going to take you on a countdown journey that you will remember very well. Trust me. This list comes from a certain media outlet. And you know me, I don't never mention the media outlet. But we're going to rock and roll with these top 10. And I'm counting down. And I'm starting out with, they called them the Sputnik. We're talking about Spud Webb. For those who don't know who Spud Webb was, we're talking about a 5'7", unlikely to win the slam dunk contest in 1986, but he did. 5'7". Listen, Spud put every short player below 6 feet tall who can dunk, he put them on the map when it came to dunking. Listen, his incredible vertical leap and his ability to dunk over much taller defenders was sick. He was embarrassing cats back then. It was like, we never seen nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we had the tiny Archibalds and all of them, right? But they wasn't dunking. This kid Spud came in the lead, and his vertical was crazy. Counting down to number 9. Yeah, they call him Jay Rich. We talking about Jason Richardson. You remember Jason Richardson from the Golden State Warriors? Listen, we talking about the most underrated dunker in NBA history. Now, he won the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in 2002 and 2003 and is known for his powerful one-handed dunks and his ability to dunk from the difficult angles. I mean, my man was dunking from all kinds of angles. When you thought he was going to lay it up, he just flushed it on them. You know what I'm saying? Richardson, he played the game to embarrass his opponents. And that's the way I always looked at him when he was playing. I said, he knows he's not considered a superstar, but he's going to make his name known every game. He was just embarrassing cats. Moving down to number 7. Yes, we on the countdown. Excuse me. I'm so hyped. I went to 7. How can I skip number 8? Oh, my God. We talking about the Rain Man, Sean Kemp, Seattle Supersonic days. Now, for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about when I said Seattle Supersonics, depending on when you was born, the Oklahoma Thunders, you guys know who they are. Before they moved, they were in Seattle, Washington, the Seattle Supersonics with Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, and the crew. Listen, the Rain Man, the most explosive dunker of the 90s, period. Known for his powerful two-handed dunks and his incredible hang time, as well as his ability to dunk over defenders with ease. Kemp used to run backwards after he posterized. He used to run backwards, posterize, look at the defender that he just disrespected, and then just looked at him with this stare to say, you should not even have tried to stop it. you just got posterized. I mean, he was pleasure with this man when he dunked on you. Going to number 7. Going on to number 7. We still counting down, baby. Number 7. We talking about Superman. We talking about Superman. We talking about Dwight Howard. One of the most dominated dunkers in NBA history. His size and his power made his dunks even more sick. I mean, won the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in 2008, known for his powerful two-hand dunks and his ability to dunk from standing position. I mean, my man he was just dunking, and he was just dunking with an attitude. Superman was like, if he played his game, and I don't want to even get into his game, man, because that's another show. But Superman, his dunks, he didn't play with them. And I'm going to move on because I was going to go left with Dwight Howard because I was a big fan of Dwight Howard. And I'm going to leave it alone. We going to move on to number 6. Number 6. Yeah, they call him the Griff. I'm talking about Blake Griffin, known for his explosive cannon-like dunks and the ability to dunk over anyone. When I say anyone, I mean anyone. My man was shooting it up like he was coming out of a damn cannon. Didn't matter who was there. He was dunking on you. Listen, won the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in 2011. You guys remember that when he jumped over the Kia automobile in the Slam Dunk Contest? That was legendary. Known for his signature one-handed off the backboard dunk. You guys remember that? I remember that. Yo, listen, Griff, around the rim, his power was insane. If you was trying to dunk, if he was trying to dunk and you was trying to stop his dunk, and depending on where your wrist or your arm was, you was getting it broke on the rim because his power was insane. But I want to move on to number 5. Number 5, which is my second childhood idol. We talking about the doctor, Dr. J. Julius Erving. And by the way, my first childhood idol is Clyde Frazier. Walt Clyde Frazier, that is. Listen, going back to Irving. Irving was one of the pioneers dunking, and he helped popularize the dunk. Listen, back in the 1970s, it was all about the doctor. Listen, he won the ABA Slam Dunk Contest in 1976. Now, for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about ABA, I'm talking about the American Basketball Association. Yes, back in the 70s, there was 2 leagues, the NBA and the ABA. And when the ABA went out of business, all the elite players ran over and got chosen and got picked up by the NBA. And the rest is history. Going back to Doc. Listen, Doc showed his ass off on my Lakers on January 5th, 1983 on my dude Michael Cooper. Listen, when he did the famous rock the cradle dunk. Look it up, people, for those who've never seen it. And for those who saw it and you ain't see it in a while, go back and look at it, man. We talk about poetry and motion. Still considered one of the best dunks in NBA history. Moving on to number 4. Woo! We talking about the king. Yes, LeBron James. Who else? Ain't no other king. We talking about James. The powerful one-handed tomahawk dunk. The incredible ability to finish with authority in traffic. King, when he going dunking on you when the freight train is coming, you got to get out the way. The king is now 38 years old and still got that dunk power. Listen, he is still dunking it hard. I mean, with the power. like if he is 18 years old. Unbelievable. But I want to move on to number 3. Man, I got to take a break. Because number 3, he talking about the human highlight film. We talking about Dominique Wilkinson. My God. One of the most electrifying dunker of his era. Period. He won the NBA Slam Dunk Contest twice and is known for his powerful two-handed windmill dunk and his one-handed tomahawk dunk. Wilkinson dunks were so forceful, people. For those who could remember, I mean, he had a problem with life. I mean, his dunks were so insane. It was so insane that a young Michael Jordan had to step up his shit to get his dunking going. And that's what made Mike when it came to the dunking. Now, moving on to number 1. Yes, number 1. You guys know who he is. And no. I'm so hyped. I done moved from 3 to 1. And I don't know how I did that because I'm just that excited. But how can I skip number 2? How can I do that? We talking about the half man, half amazing. Yes, a name given by Kenny the Jet Smith. That name stuck with him. Yes, half man, half amazing. I'm talking about Vince Carter. My God. Carter is widely regarded as one of the greatest dunkers in NBA history. Period. Listen, his highlight reel, the jaw-dropping dunks are on so many opponents that you can't even count them all. I mean, he dunked on so many people in his NBA career, posterizing them. You can't even count the amount of posterized dunks that this man has done. Listen, the iconic 2000 Olympic dunk over the 7'2" French center, Frederick Weiss, was unbelievable. I remember that Olympic game like it was last summer. I said, damn, Vince, you just disrespected the whole country of France when you did that. Carter won the slam dunk contest in 2000. That's when he shut down the contest right after that iconic dunk and called it a wrap. No need to no one else to dunk. It was over. Period. But I got to move on to number 1. Number 1. I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. His earnest. Michael Jordan. Yes, we talking about the greatness. His revolutionized dunking with his assault. I mean, I call it an assault because when he got the ball inbounds and started jetting up straight up the middle, full speed, his acrobatic assault, you knew what he was getting ready to do on somebody. It was sick, like he was going to just fly like an eagle to the sea. Listen, you already know what this man used to do to people. Listen, the jump man dunk with the free throw line dunk. Jordan, listen, I can't even talk. Jordan, you know he won that slam dunk contest twice. Known for his signature tongue wagging dunk. Oh, you know when he took that tongue out of his mouth, you already know it was like a rock rounder. Who I'm getting ready to posterize right now. Now, his in-game dunks was legendary. I mean, legendary. He is widely considered the greatest dunker of all times. So for this topic, I want to introduce my former guest to you, and I got a few new jacks on the show. I got the former. We're talking about Ike what it looks like from the boogie down Bronx. He's back with us, Bronx, New York. I got former June from the boogie down Bronx, New York. Then we got the New Jacks, Jeff to the left from Brooklyn, New York. Then I got Vic Nice from Harlem, New York, baby. Then we going to end it with Big Tim from Spanish Harlem, New York. How's everyone doing? Talk to me, fellas. How's everyone doing?
Everybody good. We good. Good.
Everybody
Hanging
in there, brother.
Yeah, welcome. I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with me virtually in my basement. I need you guys, trust me, I need y'all to give me the meat and potatoes on this one with the cranberry sauce on the side with some gravy. Listen, I've been holding on to this show since last year, and I had to let it go. So I needed these 5. I needed your 5. I need you guys to give it to me. So I got 5 questions for all 5 of y'all. Ike, what it look like? Do you agree or disagree with the order this top 10 is in? Please explain, Ike.
The top 10 look good to me, excluding like Spud. Spud Webb really don't have to be there because, he was a dunker, but he was a dunk in the dunk contest more or less. You know what I'm saying? I would have either like Sean Marion or Tracy McGrady in that spot right there. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Because Dominique should have, well, we keep on going. I don't want to say everything right now. So, if you want to pass on to someone else, I let it go and, you come back to me.
Okay, so we got
another question that's pertaining to this.
All right, so
there might be another question pertaining to this.
All right, so you don't believe Spud Webb belong in this top 10. I hear you, Ike. And we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that in a few with you, Ike. We definitely gonna get into that. Okay, same question, Big June. Do you agree or disagree with this top 10 that this order's in?
Well, I disagree. I switched it around. Because I see y'all got my man the King in there. I mean, which is a good dunker, but he never participated in the dunk contest.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I don't even know why he's on this list. I mean, he's a good dunker, but I switched him around definitely. And I got my man Jordan. Yeah, I got him as number 1. Vince Carter. That order is good.
Okay.
Dominique number 3. And I had to put Dr. J at number 4 because he's the one that really started all this. I can't put him way back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. June breaking it down.
Yeah, man. And Blake Griffin, when he jumped over that car, shoot, man, number 5 right there.
Okay.
And I got my man Jason Richardson, number 6.
Okay.
And I even put Spud in front of LeBron because short man dunking like that, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I got Sean Kemp, number 8. And I put LeBron number 9 because he never participated. And Dwight Howard with his tall behind, shoot, he shouldn't have been a dunk contest because he ain't got to jump too high to dunk.
Well, listen, June broke it down. Thank you for that so much, June. You broke it down. You definitely broke it down. Same question, Jeff to the left. Do you agree or disagree with this order that this top 10 is in? Talk to me, Jeff.
Oh, listen, I'll say it like this. I definitely also disagree with the order. However, I do got a couple of honorable mentions on this. I mean, Nate Robinson is definitely up to me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Isaiah Ryder.
That's who I was thinking.
Ryder.
Okay, Ryder.
And another one I'm gonna add is Cedric Ceballos.
He was nice.
Yeah.
He was nice.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got We got some disagreements. Same question, Vic Nice. Do you agree or disagree with this order that this top 10 is in, Vic? Talk to me.
Now listen, when you say the top 10, you're talking about the top 10 of all time, right?
You talking about top 10 all time.
Okay, listen. Before I even go into the list, why David Thompson not even in there?
Oh, I got him on there. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
David Thompson.
Just saying all time, man. Don't just go from a certain era. What about David Thompson? I mean, he was the man on the dunk shit before they started talking about all these other cats. Am I right or wrong?
Craziness.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you right. You right.
Okay, we get that out the way. Now let's go back to the list. I agree with the list, but I switched Dow Dawkins and Vince Carter around. Jordan number one, or he got him right there. I switched Dow Dawkins and Vince Carter around. You know what I'm saying? Even though they both on the list, but like,
hold up. Dow Dawkins ain't on this list.
He's not on there.
You serious? No way.
I got him on. That's honorable mention.
I thought I sent you the wrong list.
Oh shit! But then you know
Hey,
what?
Tom, I was looking too. I'm like, what?
Well, then shit. Then Tom. Then you got David Thompson and Dow Dawkins should have way been on that list. You know what I'm saying? That's an understatement. But we're gonna go. Let's go back to the list though. I agree with June. LeBron, he never really was in the dunk contest, but you can't take him off the list. He got to be on the list. So I'll leave him at number 9 or 10. You can't take him off. You know what I mean? But Spud Webb, if anything, you said the top 10, I put him like, if the list was 12, I'll put him at 11 or 12. You know what I'm saying? Spud Webb shouldn't be on that list, opposed to other people that should be on that list. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I got to say.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, you with the David Thompson. Yeah, you took me back to my early teenage years. David Thompson, Denver Nuggets, baby.
DT.
Oh, my God. Tim, same question, Tim. Do you agree or disagree?
I like the list. I gotta say I disagree with it. The order. I put a couple of people in there that y'all know about. I start my number one for me. I got Dr. J. All right, because he's the forerunner. I mean, this man was taken off from the foul line. Yeah. This man was that move he did around the backboard. I read a book where he did that same move back in the day, ended it with a dunk. Imagine that. Then the craziness he did on Michael Cooper.
I'm gonna talk about that later.
So, right there, I was out. So like Doc set the whole, like he's the pioneer. So he was doing stuff we didn't even see back then. They even have cable back then, like like it is now. Right. So I got Doc number 1.
Right.
I got Jordan number 2 because he came after Doc and took it to another level. His impact on the game, his flair, his style. It was more herky-jerky, more electric, but Doc was like more like kind of majestic. He'd take off and his arm be like up, like a Statue of Liberty. Yeah. But Jordan was doing all this nice stuff, and he could still slam it. So I got Jordan 2.
Jordan was acrobatic.
Yeah, acrobatic.
Yeah.
Number 3, I got Dominique. Y'all know what he did in the slam dunk contest with Jordan. A lot of people say he won that.
Yeah.
He was doing some crazy stuff. So then honorable mention, like my man said, I go back to the ABA. I got Darnell Hillman. I don't know if y'all remember him. Darnell Hillman was doing Darnell Hillman.
Oh, okay. I know that name. I know the name. I can't remember him though, but I know the name.
Number 4, I got Vince Carter. The vertical was crazy. He's like 48, I think, something like that. The power, he was creative. And y'all know what he did in the 2000 Slam Dunk Contest. I had never seen him like that before.
Right.
Then, honorable mention, I got Larry Keenan.
Oh, Larry Keenan.
Larry Keenan was nasty.
San Antonio Spurs.
It was in one game.
San Antonio. Woo! With the Iceman.
Yeah. Then I got number 5, like my man said, I got Bron. You got to have him in there. But he was never in the Slam Dunk Contest.
Right.
But his in-game dunks are crazy. And it's so the same thing with I got number 6 with Blake Griffin. Yeah, definitely give him props, but I replaced him with David Thompson.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And he was at like he's 6'3", had a 48-inch vertical. That's crazy. 7, I got when you had Dwight Howard. Yeah, okay. I replaced him with Dow Dawkins. Man broke the backboard.
Chocolate Thunder.
Twice. Chocolate Thunder. He named all his dunks. Got named all his dunks.
All his dunks.
Your mama, all that. And he was on another level. And I got him. That was my man. Number 8, I got Sean Kemp. The Rain Man. I definitely put him up there. Yeah, because he had the power. He could float. He had his hops was like crazy. He was quick. You know? Number 9, you got Jason Richardson on there. I'm not, I don't really remember a lot of his dunks, but I know he was in the slam. I think he won a couple of slam dunk contests.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
What came to mind for me was John Morant. The thing he did last year, I forget what team it was, but he cocked it and it was on the brother's neck and just yammed it on him. So, I mean, that's just one. Ja's crazy. And number 10 for Spud, for my man, like you said, his size. What he was doing, the spinning, all the acrobatic stuff, the power. He was up there. He wasn't just tapping it. He was over the rim, just killing it.
Yeah. Well,
that's like my top 10.
Well, listen, Tim, damn near already did question 2. Thank all 5 of y'all for question number 1. Question 2 is, who would you move and replace that spot with? And where are you moving that dunker? Please explain, Ike. Ike, I know you mentioned you had a problem, I think, with Spud Webb, something like that, Ike?
I just had a problem with him, because he did his thing in the dunk contest. I mean, he could dunk and everything, but I kind of look at Tracy McGrady, Sean Marion.
Okay.
Dudes that really did their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And as far as Jordan being number 1, we giving it to him because he's Jordan.
Right.
But he ain't no dunker like that. Because you know why? Jordan did his from the foul line in the dunk contest. Doc did that in games. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I seen Doc do that in real games.
Okay.
Jordan did that. He ran and he ain't even dribbled the ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a hater, but he can't. Come on, Doc is that dude, man.
Speaking facts.
And Tracy McGrady got to be on that list. You know what I mean? Tracy McGrady was that dude. I don't know how nobody could think that he wasn't. And Sean Marion was, right behind that.
So
you know,
So, Ike, not to cut you off, I ain't finished with you, Ike. You mentioned Tracy. You mentioned you had a problem with Spud. So out of this time, so who you taking out? You taking out Spud? Because this is the top 10. So I need to know who you taking out. I already know you replacing him with.
I would do Jason Richardson.
Taking out Jason, number 1.
And Blake Griffin.
You taking out Blake Griffin too? That's 2.
Yeah.
And who are you replacing him with?
I said, Tracy McGrady got to be there.
So McGrady and who else?
And Sean Marion.
Okay. All right. That's what I want to know, fellas. So Ike is taking out Spud and Blake, and he replacing them with Marion and Tracy McGrady. Okay. McGrady first. I got you. Same question, Jeff. Same question, June. Excuse me. June, you almost reorged the whole in the first one. So I need to know who you taking out of this top 10. You taking anybody out or you just reshuffling them?
I'm only taking out one cat. That would be Dwight Howard.
And who you
like one of the cats on the podcast said, Nate Robinson. I forgot about him. Another little man that did his thing in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
I would replace Nate and take Dwight out. I would get Dwight out of there and put Nate in there for sure. Okay. I forgot about Nate, man. Thanks for the reminder.
So Superman is going.
Superman got to go.
Superman is going, and my man Lil Nate is replacing him.
Yeah, put Lil Nate in there because he definitely did his thing.
Yes, he did.
I can see that.
Yes,
I can see that.
I'm only getting rid of one. The rest of the crew is good. I like the rest of the guys that's in there.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for that, June. Same question, Jeff, to the left. Are you taking anybody out and replacing them with who?
I'm getting rid of two. I got Richardson for Shaq.
Put the Diesel in there. Okay.
Putting Diesel in there.
Okay.
Right? And Blake for Clyde Drexler.
Oh, the Glide.
Forgot about Clyde.
Come on, I ain't forget about him. I'm gonna talk about him later.
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about that later. Definitely, yes. but definitely those two.
All right, so you taking out Griffin and you taking out you said Richardson?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you replacing Shaq Diesel with Clyde the Drexler.
Correct. Yep.
Same question, Vic Nice. Are you taking anybody out? I know you are. I see you ready to talk since I started this.
Hey, yo, check it. After listening to Tim and after listening to Ike, I said, I agree everything with Tim, right? But I'm taking out Superman.
Taking out the Superman, Howard.
Yeah, get his ass out there. You know what I mean? Get his ass out there. And like he said, man, either I'm praising him for either or. John Morant or you got to put Tracy McGrady in there. One or the other.
Tracy,
I don't have two slots. I got one slot. So even though I know this is of all time, but that motherfucking John Morant, what? Yo, he's done some shit that it's gonna be untoppable. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we got to put him in there. But then again, you got Tracy McGrady too. So either one of them, I would take fake Superman out of there.
Well,
listen, I need to so is Superman your only problem in this list?
It's Spud Webb, but I already took him out.
All right, so Spud Webb and Superman.
When I first round, when I replaced him with Dow Dawkins.
So those two are gone, and you replacing them with John Morant and
Tracy McGrady.
Well, you took two out, so you got to put two in.
Check it out. I took two out already when I put in David Thompson.
Right.
Dow.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Now I'm taking one that I didn't take out, which is Dwight Howard.
All right. Okay. And so you took out Dwight Howard, and who you took out David? Who you replacing David Thompson with?
Spud Webb.
Spud Webb. Okay. All right. I got it. So Spud and Howard got to go, and David Thompson and John Morant goes in.
Right.
I got it. Okay. I got it. I got all these names of
I put Dow Dawkins in there too. I took out Richardson for Dawkins.
Oh, you took out Richardson for the Chocolate Thunder. Okay. So you took out a total of 3 and you replaced them. Okay.
Right.
All right. I'm good now. Now I'm good. I got all these names. I'm catching.
Thanks to Tim and thanks to Ike, man. You made me, you know what I mean? I got it.
All right.
Well, same question, Tim. Talk to me. Who you taking out?
I'm with Vic, and I ain't some of the other, I'm taking out Blake Griffin. Blake. I'm putting David Thompson in there.
Putting David in for Blake. Okay.
Thompson in there. Yeah. And I'm taking out Dwight Howard. I'm putting Dow Dawkins in there. I'm putting Dow Dawkins in there.
Putting the Chocolate Thunder in there. All right, that's 2.
Lovetron.
Okay. All right. Well, thank all of y'all for question number 2. Yeah, I knew when I sent y'all the list, I knew something was going. I already knew something was going. I already knew. And that's why I picked this particular media outlet. You know, you got plenty of media outlets who got their own top 10 in different orders. And I said, this one right here gonna get them going. So let me send them this one. Question number 3. Ike would look like, do you believe that another dunker outside of this top 10 should be in the top 10? Now, since all of y'all seem like y'all all answered the question, And I got y'all. We gonna move on to question number 4. Because no need to even talk about number 3 because y'all already did it. You know what I'm saying? Question 4. Ike, this question is not related to this topic. Since Michael Jordan is considered the GOAT, what accomplishments would it take for another player to take over as the GOAT? Please explain. And before I even hear from Ike, I want all 5 of y'all to know this has been on my brain for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because Mike has been considered the GOAT, especially since the 90s, right? And then I looked at Joe Montana, the 49ers former quarterback. Ike, me and you, we've been talking. Joe was that, he was the GOAT before Brady came and took it over, right? So Brady is considered the GOAT all time in NFL. So that had me thinking. I said, what Mike has been holding the GOATness for since the 90s. I said, what would it take for another player to take it over? So I'm hitting y'all with this right now. Talk to me, Ike. Who? What would it take?
Hey, listen. Real talk, and I ain't even his fan. But how somebody gonna say LeBron ain't there? You know what I'm saying? This kid, he did 20 already. He did 20 years, and this kid ain't even go to college. You know what I'm saying? He did 20 strong years. And I ain't even a LeBron fan like that, but come on. That kid is amazing. He got 4 rings already. You know what I'm saying? He might tie Jordan before he leaves the game. He might do it this year, you know? And he's really, I can't say nothing about him. You know, and when it comes to them dunkers, I really ain't messing with nobody over like 6'9". Right. You know what I'm saying? Because really, you supposed to dunk at 6'11" and 6'10" and 6'15" and all that shit. You know what I mean? Excuse my French. But real talk, I get 6'9" and none is my dunkers, you know? So
right.
You can go to the next man right now, but I gotta say LeBron.
So let me get this straight, Ike, before I move on to June. You saying LeBron's accomplishments so far, he should be the GOAT? Or are you saying if he wins 2 more or 1 more, then in your mind, he's the GOAT? What is it?
Definitely. I give it to Mike right now because he holding numbers in championships.
Right. Okay.
But I'm just saying this kid is still playing like he, hold up. He's still playing like he 32 years old. LeBron. You know what I mean?
Let's
he
get
don't look like he aging.
Crazy.
Right. So let's get the Jordan thing straight. We know Mike got 6, right? He did it 3 times, 1 set, and then the second set 3 times again, right? And, and we know Mike was who he was. And so the question is asking, what would it take another player? Is it to get 7 championship rings?
Wow.
Or what is it? Is it to get 7 championship rings, 1 more than Mike? Or the same as Mike? Along with
Tom, the way I look at that, the way I look at that, Tom, talent is talent. You know what I'm saying? So you can't surpass the talent. And LeBron got the talent. I'm not trying to say it don't matter how many rings you get because you need 5 players. You need the whole team to win a championship. You know what I mean?
I can't see your face, Ike. Bring it down. Can't see you. There you go. So I got you, Ike.
You can't judge it by how many rings a kid get because you got to win it with other people. You know what I'm saying? Mike might not win without Scottie. You know what I mean? Yeah. Might not would have won without Scottie Pippen and all of them with him. He had a crew. Just like LeBron. But LeBron seemed like he carried his players a little bit. You know what I mean? And I ain't really a LeBron dude like that, but I got to give it to him. Right now, he the king.
Okay.
All right, I hear you. So same question, June. Same question. Since Michael Jordan is considered the GOAT, what accomplishments would it take another player to take over the GOATness?
Well, I gotta agree with that with Ike on some, what he said. LeBron is the man right now. He's doing his thing. But LeBron, one thing about him, he don't have that killer instinct like
Yo,
Kobe. Like Kobe.
yo, okay.
If Kobe was here, I would give it to
Okay.
Kobe. Kobe was the
Yeah.
closest thing to Jordan, and Kobe can take over a game. When it's time to take over the game, LeBron is on that passive shit. Holding the ball, passing it off, this and that, like he's scared to take the last shot. Kobe didn't give a shit. Kobe would take your ass, give me the ball, and then he wants to guard the baddest player on the next team, the best player rather. LeBron don't do that. He don't want to. He don't want to D up on the best man on the next team. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's the king right now, but I think the closest GOAT we had was Kobe too. And I'm not even a Kobe fan. Y'all know that. I'm a Jordan fan.
Yeah, I
But
know.
Kobe was a bad mother. You know what?
Shut your mouth. Yeah,
Right?
I know.
So don't sleep on Kobe. I mean, God bless him, but he was the man now.
Okay.
And
so,
like another cat too, Kyrie Irving, he got that killer instinct too. But
Yo.
he just don't got all the chips.
yeah,
But Kobe had them chips now. He had 5.
he had 5.
You know what
That-
I mean?
Right, and thank you, Jung, because that's what I need to know, because I need to know what accomplishments would it take for another player to become the GOAT, because we already know Mike got 6, and he's not the only one with 6. You got, God bless his soul, Bill Russell, right? You got Jabbar with 5. You know what I mean? 5 or 6, I can't remember. So I want to know what would take another player to overtake the GOATness when it comes to the NBA. Same question, Jeff. Talk to me.
I'm gonna also agree with June, man, because Kobe to me always had a killer instinct. Always wanted to guard the baddest player
That's
in
right.
the game and just took over. You know what I mean? And if there's anybody else that I could always say that always took over a game, it would be Kobe. LeBron, yes, he's someone who we have right now, currently. However, when we talking about a killer instinct who wants to take over the game, let it be Kobe.
Yeah,
Let it be Kobe.
that's right.
So I got 2 Kobe's that is damn near neck and neck with Mike, and I got Ike with LeBron. Same question, Vic. What would it take another player to be considered the GOAT, and will Jordan to bypass Jordan? I mean, that's basically the question. Who's going? What would it take? Is it 8 rings? Is it the scoring title? What is it, Vic?
Now check it. I'm agreeing with June. I'm agreeing with Ike, and I'm agreeing with everybody. But like I said, Tom, I ain't no LeBron fan. You know what I mean? I ain't no LeBron fan. But like homie said, right now, it's LeBron. It's LeBron. It's all about LeBron right now. When you know what I'm saying, if he has to right now, I would say LeBron is the GOAT. But if Kobe was here, I had to give it to Kobe, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like how you said, right now it's LeBron. Right now it's LeBron, and I would have to give him to him. But
lost you, Vic. Okay, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like June said, LeBron is he's that guy right now. He is that guy. I'm not even a LeBron fan, but I give credit where it's due. He's that guy. But he don't want to guard the you know what I'm saying, that player. You know what I'm saying? He want his props periodically. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, Jordan, they want their props right now, every game. LeBron want his shit periodically, but he get it. He get his. And I give it to him right now. Yes, LeBron is the GOAT, but we ain't gonna throw Steph Curry in there. We ain't gonna throw Steph Curry in there. And like my man
you're
said,
right. You're
like
right.
I
You're
said,
right.
it doesn't
He getting
matter how
there.
many rings you got. You know what I mean? Like that. It matters what you consistently do. And right now, and I know LeBron is doing it right now at his age and all that shit, but we ain't throwing Steph Curry in there.
You're right, Vic. You're right.
We ain't throwing Steph. I'm not saying Steph Curry is the GOAT right now over LeBron, but if you ask other people that's not on this podcast, they might say Steph Curry.
That's shooting.
They might say Steph Curry, but I'm not a LeBron fan, and I'm a Steph Curry fan. I've never been a team fan, Tom. You know, I've always been an individual player fan.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
Steph Curry crazy, but right now I'm not edging Steph Curry over LeBron, and I'm not even a LeBron fan. But come on, man, that's my fan. I'm a Steph Curry fan. Throw him in there, all right? Even though I'm giving LeBron his props, put my man in there. You know what I'm saying? Because if Kobe was here, LeBron, no, you're not the GOAT. God bless Kobe. Done.
Vic, you said a mouthful. Tim, same question, because I got to jump in on this right after Tim. Talk to me, Tim. Go ahead, Tim.
Yo, I'm just gonna say real quick about the Killer Instinct. All y'all brothers was right on point. As far as Killer Instinct 2, I'm gonna have to throw Larry Bird in there.
Ooh.
He was doing some stuff. I mean, the mental game. He scored 63 points with the left.
Vic
With the
said
left
no.
hand. I'm talking about this the trash talk. The trash
you're
talk
right.
and backing it up.
Yes.
Talking about that hitting threes at a time where the game was just about the other team was right there. He would come back and just hit a three. I was never a Larry Bird fan. It's all that whole thing of he's this, that, he's so intelligent, all that was going on. But
I agree, but no GOAT material.
Huh?
I agree, but no GOAT material.
Nah. But I'm just saying, as far as like that Killer Instinct, he was killing people with that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna talk about what Tom was saying about the qualifications, what it would take.
Right.
I'm looking at somebody that will have to have multiple scoring and like multiple scoring titles.
Okay.
And defensive player titles.
Okay.
Like multiple. Like you defensive player of the year like 4 times. You scoring champion like 6 years. They all at, I would say, of course, multiple chips. Then you're looking at like LeBron, you going from team to team and bringing rings. Like you went to 3 different teams and you bought them a chip. Like a lot of people will say, okay, well, you skipping teams and you not staying with a team. I respect that. I get that. But you was with a bunch of scrubs with Cleveland. And at some point you brought them up, they got that chip. You go, he left them. Y'all know the history. But I'm saying he came back to them, got a chip. He got the one with the Heat, and now he did it with the Lakers. It might do it this year. But I would just say, I would look at the multiple scoring titles, defensive player of the year. If you could have both of those, and also multiple positions, like Magic. You a swing man. You can play guard, forward, and center, like he did. That's crazy. So yeah.
Well, listen, Tim gave me the gravy with the macaroni and cheese on the side and all that. Thank you.
Something to Tim shit.
Yeah.
Yes, you can, Vic.
Hey Tim, you know what I'm saying? You right, man. You right. You know what I'm saying? But one thing, I was watching the game, an old game of Jordan, right?
Right.
An old game, you know what I'm saying? When I was watching them and shit, and they were showing like, greatest moments and whatnot. And I think June said this. When Jordan wanted to take over a game, he had that killer instinct. And I'm watching this game. It's an old game. Wow. And I wanted to say it to my son. My son is a basketball junkie. I wish he was watching it. He wasn't with me at the time, but I said to myself, my son needs to be sitting there because when you get up for Jordan said, yo, I'm taking over. Now, LeBron, he takes over. But that big man, he's a big shit. He's bigger than Jordan. He's bigger than Steph. Fucking Steph Curry and skinny ass Kobe.
Kobe.
Jordan size, Bron is brolic. You know what I'm saying? But these Jordan, that over. You know what I'm saying? If the game's on the line, he took over. If you give it to Steph Curry, it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron, he got that, he got that talent.
That's
a
talent. Valid point.
He's
bro.
a talented.
That's a valid point.
But he don't have that killer instinct like
that
Jordan.
Killer, yeah. That's
don't have
greatness.
that. I gotta get it done like Steph.
Yeah. No matter
and
what.
He don't have that. I don't give who it is. I'm
Pure
getting
facts.
this game done over
Pure
like Kobe.
facts. Pure facts.
Like
That's
Kobe.
pure facts right there.
He don't have none of that shit. But he
Well,
gets the
listen.
job done with his brolicness and his talent.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Correct. Agreed.
I feel you.
Vic, Vic, I feel your energy, man. Listen, I can't say nothing behind that, but I do want to throw in what I want. Reason why I asked this question, like I said earlier, it's been because of Joe Montana, with now Tom Brady being the GOAT, right? Because Montana was the GOAT. He was considered the GOAT until Brady came. And I kept saying to myself, well, who and what does it take for someone else to be the GOATness and take over the GOAT in NBA? Jordan's been the GOAT since the 90s. And you guys hit it on the nail. I know you're not fans of his. And you know I'm a 1977 Laker fan. So I wanted to keep it in the family with Kobe, right? But it's weighing on me now with LeBron. Even though I know I'm not even talking about his passiveness. He got the killer, then he got the passiveness. I'm not even talking about that. Tim, you hit it on the nails. Far as with the accomplishments, everything you was breaking down earlier, Tim. And I said to myself, yeah, he got 4 rings. He just got the scoring title. He going hard at 20 years. He's 38 years old. I said, if he was to get one more chip, either to this year or next year with the 5, okay, he'd be one short of Jordan. I says, but with everything else, I said, LeBron would have to be considered the new GOAT. I'm saying this to y'all, and I truly believe that because I had to break it down. I said, Jordan, he had the mid 80s. He dominated in the 90s, in the mid 90s until things crumbled up, of course, and he got traded, and they broke up the Chicago Bulls team. June, I know that was your team, June. Then he still tried to hang in there with the Washington Wizards, but he wasn't looking too good in his final few years. He was still trying, but he wasn't looking good. And so I had to put all that in play, but he already did all his accomplishments. And then I said, LeBron is still strong. At 20 years, he's still going strong. He is still depended on. He is still going. I said, Jordan, this wasn't Jordan. Jordan didn't even come close to this in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And he's still going strong. So I said, if he gets one more chip, to break the NBA scoring record, I got a picture here. I got it in 1977 or 73. I can't remember. With Jabbar, all his statistics on how he got the 38,000. And I said at a young age, no one is catching this. I didn't think no one in my lifetime was catching this. Here's LeBron, and he's still going, and he's still adding. You know what I'm saying? And yes, Tim, whoever said, yeah, he bounced from team to team, the Cleveland, they didn't have nothing. He put them on the map. And he get one again this year. If he get through this Golden State and he wins the championship this year, I said he got to be the GOAT. He got to take over. He has to take over. Vic, I know you want to say something, but I want to move on. I want to end the show with question number 6. I know we can keep going on and on. Question number 6, Ike. This question is not related to this topic. Very simple. Who will be the 2023 NBA champs this year? Please explain the matchup, Ike. Talk to me.
Yo, hold up before I even start. First of all, I would say when my man said that Larry hit the 63, right? He hit the 63 because the week before, what's his man, the big dude that played with Boston?
I going back. He going back.
McHale. McHale dropped 54 the week before.
Right,
So
right.
Bird came back the next, Bird came back the next and hit 63 on him. You
With
know
the left
what I'm
hand.
saying? So he took the record back from him. Yeah, he only had it for a week. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
McHale. Because Larry Bird the next week, and hit 63 the next week after McHale
With
did
his
that.
with his left. He's not even left
And
handed.
on the other,
It's crazy.
Well, listen.
Ike is an encyclopedia. Ike is an NBA encyclopedia. But I need I need to see your face. You're hot now. I can't see you. Talk to me. I need to know who's gonna be the NBA champs right now. Who's gonna be the NBA champs this year? Talk to me, Ike.
this year, that's a hard choice right now, man.
Come on. You gotta give me
Because
a
it's
name.
still up in the air. But you know what? I'm gonna hang out with Vic on this one. I'm gonna just see what Golden State gonna do.
Okay. So let me get this straight, Ike. Let me get this straight.
They up right now.
Right?
Okay, so you don't really know. You still unsure who's coming out and gonna win it all. Okay, and
Stick with Golden State.
okay, and that's honest. That's honest. If you guys ain't sure, because I've been talking to a lot of people these last few weeks, no one got a real clue who gonna win it all. So June 2nd, you next, June. Talk to me. Who you think is gonna be the NBA champs? Maybe you got a clue.
Oh man, it's hard. It's hard. I'm not too sure, but I think it's gonna be a big shock. I got a feeling them damn Lakers gonna shock the world.
Wow.
I knew he was gonna say that.
If I said to myself, I said if they being that they won that game last night and the way they won that game,
The way they won it. Yeah.
I said, wait a minute. They taking Golden State hard right now. And I know Vic don't want to hear this shit, but you got to hear it, brother. They took their heart last night.
Wow.
I think the Lakers may shock the world. I see it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, man. But them damn Denver Nuggets too now. You can't sleep on them.
Bro.
You can't sleep. You can't sleep on Denver. But for some reason, if them Lakers, if they get by Golden State, they can do it all. They can do it all. And if my man AD keep playing, if he stay consistent right now, they can do it. They can do it, man.
Well,
I think the Lakers may shock them. I think the Lakers may take it.
All right. Well,
Thank you, June. So I got Ike. He's unsure. I got June throwing my Lakers in the pot. Thank you for that. Jeff, same question, Jeff. Who you think is going to be the NBA champs this year?
All right, as a fellow Laker fan, all right, I'll tell you right now, if the Lakers play their game correctly right now and beat Golden State, we all know the whole Golden State woes of this whole entire season. They can't win a road game, X, Y, and Z,
right,
and all that jazz. But if the Lakers could play their game, and I think that the Lakers could really beat Denver.
Wow.
In the conference finals.
Okay.
I could see it. I could definitely see it. I say Lakers and LeBron, they'll get this. They'll get it.
Okay. So I got two Lakers and I got an unsure. Vic Nice, who you think is going to win it all? That's basically what the question is asking. Who winning it all this year?
Now, I was liking everything that Jeff was saying until now. Now, check it out. Like I said, I'm not a Laker fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. You know what I mean? I'm a Golden State fan. But who's gonna take it this year? Take it all?
Yes.
The Knicks.
Watch that. Whoa!
I know
Watch
that's
that.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
That's a big joke.
That's a joke. Hey, but
That'd
listen,
be a big
check this out.
joke, man.
Check this out. Now to talk real talk. I don't agree with June when he said that the Lakers took the Golden State hard. I believe that the Lakers played an excellent game. They did their thing. They executed the right way, you know what I'm saying? And they got past the Golden State for, you know what I'm saying, the edge up one. It's 2-1, right?
It's 2-1. Yeah.
2-1,
Right.
right.
They did marvelous, you know what I'm saying? If Golden State don't tie it up their next game, then I would go with the Lakers having a chance to take it all. But I got a funny feeling that when Junie said it's going to be a shock, if the Lakers don't take it, I'm looking at James Harden in them. You know what I mean? I'm looking at James Harden as a shock. I got the Lakers taking it all if they get past Golden State this next game, even though I'm a Golden State fan with Steph.
Yeah.
But if the Lakers win another game and it'd be 3-1, I'm going with the Lakers possibly taking it all the way. But they got to get past Denver or they got to get past James Harden and the boys. And when Junie said he thinks it's going to be a shock, it's going to be a shock. But I don't think it's going to be the Lakers. It's going to be a shock. And it might be James Harden or it might be those Nuggets. It ain't going to be the Lakers. Done.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, all right, Vic. Thank you. Hey, Tim, same question. Who winning it all, Big Tim? Who's going to win it all?
So, looking at the history, looking at the experience, I see Golden State taking it myself. I mean, if you look at it, they're not really panicking right now. They've been through this. It's 2-1, they down. You got the best shooter ever, best shooting backcourt ever. They got so many weapons, yo.
True.
And they hungry.
I don't mean to cut in right quick, but Golden State can't buy a road win though. I mean, with the exception of the last series.
Right. That's a valid point. Then,
but remember last series they was down 2-0.
They got no bigs. They really got no bigs to mess with them. But I'm kind of thinking if they get past the Lakers, they'll do it. But something about Denver, they bothered me. I'm like, what y'all still doing winning these series like this? I'm like, yo, something going on over there. What y'all think about them? I just think Golden State myself with the experience. I think if they beat the Lakers, if the Lakers win this series, I think the Lakers gonna take it because they're gonna want to do it for LeBron.
Okay, so it sounds like you saying, Tim, who's going to win it all is the winner is either Golden State or the Lakers.
Right.
Nobody saying nothing about KD.
And Boston, so let me get this from all of y'all. Boston ain't got no say in this, huh? They got no wins. Okay, Boston got no
big
wins.
enough, man. I mean, I like Boston. They're not big enough, man.
Yeah, I like.
They got my man Williams in the middle, but that's not enough though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The boy's nice.
Conflicted with Boston right now. I'm very, very conflicted with Boston right now.
Word. Okay.
Nobody's going to mention KD and the Suns.
Oh, they ain't going nowhere.
They ain't going
I'm
nowhere.
saying like this: if they tie tonight, I think it's a series.
Okay.
I think it's a series if they tie tonight. Remember, right now, it's home and home right now.
Okay.
Somebody's got to win a road game somewhere in order for it to be a real series.
Well, listen, fellas.
Hey, Tom, hold on, Tom. I want everybody after this podcast, make sure they watch that game tonight.
We definitely gonna do that, Vic. That's a definite.
That game tonight, because none of them is our fans. Everybody got Golden State. We got the Lakers, but tonight, everybody watch that game tonight.
That's what's up.
With the KD and them. Watch that game.
Definite. That's definite. I just want to add for the topic, since we on the top 10 dunkers of all time, and nobody mentioned Kobe Bryant. Nobody mentioned, none of y'all mentioned Kobe out of your mouths. And I was waiting to see, all right, You mentioned I had David Thompson on my extra list with Clyde Drexler. Y'all mentioned that. Definitely mentioned Tracy McGrady. You mentioned Nate Robinson. Definitely you mentioned Dow Dawkins. I even had Zach Levine teasing a little bit. I even had Zach Levine, but no, and then I had Shaq, but nobody mentioned Kobe. Nobody mentioned Kobe. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Probably because Kobe was so all around.
Aaron Gordon
was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon.
Well, listen, fellas.
Best out of all.
Yeah. Well, listen. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank my guests. Ike, what it look like. Ike, what it look like. June, my man Jeff to the left, Vic Nice, and Big Tim. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me virtually in my basement. I want to thank my viewers and listeners. Please continue to check me out on YouTube and subscribe. Check me out on my streaming platforms, Apple and Spotify. Also, please remember to check out the Dewey Does Foundation that is fighting childhood obesity, which helps support youth sports, fitness, and health at DeweyDoes.com. Please check out the Even Flow Coffee Company, created to combine the interests of coffee lovers, fashion, and music. For more information or to make a purchase, visit evenflowcoffee.com. As I always say, sports is what keeps this world from going insane, either in the pandemic or no pandemic. Until next time, take care.